prison?
We just lost 2 guys last week. We lost 3 because one of them died over in our cell house of a heart attack.
Those people who died, were they old people? Your colleagues?
Yeah. They're right around my age.
Around the 70s?
Yeah. Most of them that's died recently are younger than me.
If I remember, you constructed this board in this way so that when you left, you could take it with you.
Yeah. But everybody says, well, what are you going to do with it if you don't leave? I said, well, I'm going to leave it there and they can deal with it. I don't care. You know, when you're dead, you're dead. You can't take it with you.
It's good seeing you again, Rick.
Yeah, you too. Been 5 years.
5 years.
Somebody told me last time I talked to him that you was 5 years older than me.
I think that's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you look in good shape.
I'm going to be all right.
After Rick Parrish's conviction, the criminal code changed, allowing for lighter sentences. That means he would have been a free man today. Instead, Rick Parrish knows he'll probably die in this place.
At Big Green Egg, we believe in bringing people together, because there's nothing quite like sharing a great meal with the people that matter most. So this summer, head outside and make more than meals. Make memories.
Visit to this prison was nearly at an end. The 5-week lockdown played havoc with prison routine and family visits. Now that it's been lifted, Ronald Sanford can see his mother Pamela again. She was only a limited presence in his childhood, but for some 28 years, she's been his only regular visitor. Again.
You want to come around in front?
Your mother, does she talk a lot about her life when she comes to see you like this?
Well, we just talk about general stuff. My mom made a change in her life in the 90s. She used to be alcoholic. She hasn't had a drink since 92. She's a different person now than she was raising me.
Okay, the network.
She's a parent. To see where my mom came from, to see who she is now, it's just, oh, man, I couldn't be more proud of her.
You can go to your shoes on.
What subjects do you avoid talking about when you see your son?
The murder itself. Why did it occur? We never talk about that.
Ronald said to us he thinks of his early life as having been a training for murder. It's an extraordinary thing to say.
Wow. I've never heard that before. And I imagine if that's the way he felt, then that's what it was. I didn't see that. Of course, you know, even the night that the murder occurred, we sat, myself and him, we sat on the back of my Cadillac and watched the forensic people and everybody bring the bodies out and everything, because it was next door to where we lived. And I looked at him and there was nothing there that made me know that he was the one. Nothing. So I had no clue ever that, you know, my lifestyle trained him up to be a murderer. I never knew that. Never thought that.
The shock of hearing that your son had been sentenced to a prison term of 170 years must have been immense.
I was crying so bad. It's like a horrible rainstorm when the rain is coming down so hard that you can't see, you have to pull over. That's how my tears were. It was hard, very hard.
Such a sentence must lead you to think that you may never see him outside again.
I used to think that, yes. But now I don't think that. No. I've prayed and asked the Lord to
A sentence of such length would probably not be given today. Recently, the U.S. Supreme Court compelled to punish juveniles as though they were adults.
Okay, so where'd you get it's gonna still be short, because it ain't gonna be long.
That means for those like Sanford, who were mere children when they committed murder, they may one day be free.
I love you, I love you, I love you.
On my final day at the prison, I requested to see one of its most notorious inmates again. But this time away from his death row cell.
108.
William Clyde Gibson is the only serial killer here. His murder of 3 women drew statewide attention.
Gibson was arrested in April 2012 after the discovery of 75-year-old Christine Whitus dead in his garage. Police say he strangled and sexually assaulted her, then cut off her breast. Prosecutors argued Gibson lured her to his New Albany home to talk about his mother's recent death. She and Whitus were best friends. They found the body of missing Charlestown woman Stephanie Kirk in Gibson's backyard. Medical experts determined Kirk had suffered a broken back, and detectives say she was strangled to death by Gibson. They also charged him with a decade-old cold case. Karen Hudella washed up on the banks of the Ohio River near Clarksville in 2002. Police say they're looking into other missing persons cases right now, and they say it's possible there could be more bodies out there.
It raises the question, how did someone described by his neighbors as a kindly church-going man become a multiple murderer?
Mr. Gibson, thank you very much for talking to me, agreeing to talk to us. Please have a seat.
Horse 1, there's a ladder going up to the roof of the building opposite City Hall. You've got your long-range rifles,
You
right?
grew up in New Albany in this state. What was your childhood
kills
like?
at exactly the same time. You coordinate your
I had a
shots.
good childhood. I mean, everybody thinks when you do the type of stuff I done, cutting them up and, all that kind of egregious stuff, they think automatically, for some reason, that it's because you had a bad childhood, you were molested, or you,
Climb the
that's
ladder
if
and
you
get in
started
position on the
fires
rooftop.
and all this stuff. I didn't do none of that.
You didn't.
No. Had a perfectly normal childhood.
The first woman you killed was Karen Hudella, a 44-year-old woman who you'd never met. Why did you kill her?
Just felt like it. I don't know. I mean, I didn't have to have a reason.
And then you killed somebody who was a friend of your family, your mother's friend,
Yeah,
Christine Whitus.
she caught me cutting up another one. So, and then she told me she was going to call the police.
How did you kill her?
Strangled her.
Just trying to discover whether there's any part of your mind, any part of your, I use the word loosely, humanity, which says that this is appalling.
Yeah, I don't believe I got any of that. Humanity.
You have no humanity.
I don't think I do.
Got a clear view of the steps.
You have no remorse at all
Vanderloop and
about
Sherman
any
are
of
on
the
route to
people you
Black
murdered.
Benefactor
Just don't
Shafter. Do not
seem
shoot until
to
they're
affect
out
me.
of the car.
I mean, I could kill a person and just go out to dinner. I don't care.
Here they come. Wait till they're out and take the shots at the
The only
exact
time I
same
ever
time.
got
2 shots, 2
any
kills.
feeling about it at
Well
all
done. Now,
was the
go
rush
around
I
and get
got
their
when I was doing
documents,
it.
and if the police corner you, make sure you're killed, not
You
captured.
got an adrenaline rush from killing people.
I guess it was more than that, too. I mean, I got a kick out of cutting them up. I mean,
You get a kick out of cutting them up.
yeah. Seemed like after the first one, it just got good to me, you know? At first, I was kind of nervous about it. But then after the first one, it was like, it wasn't just women. I mean, they was men, too. They just didn't find none of them. I didn't tell them about none of them. Of it, I'll put it that way.
So you may have killed 29, 30 people.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are you prepared now to tell the authorities where those bodies are buried?
No.
You never will.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going through all that court stuff. It's not gonna do it.
Do you feel any sense of remorse?
I've done a lot of bad shit. I'm right where I belong. Believe me, they don't want me out. Give me hope, man.
Climb a ladder and get in position on the rooftop.
I was left numb with the shock of listening to Gibson's confessions to his crimes, delivered so casually and punctuated with that unnerving chuckle. William Clyde Gibson's crimes explain more clearly than I could ever do why many Americans support the death penalty. As for me, I will not easily forget the men I met at Indiana State Prison. Their faces, their life stories, and the crimes they committed.
We have to get our people out.
Got a clear view of the steps? Vanderloop and Sherman are on route to Black Benefactor Shafter. Do not shoot until they're out of the car.
A young family's dream becomes a nightmare.
Here they come. Wait till they're out and take the shots at the exact...
They find themselves helpless within their own home. As the violence escalates, they try in desperation to fight back and understand what is happening around them. Their search for answers leads to a scientist who studies the paranormal and a medium who claims to see the dead.
In the United States, child poverty has reached record levels, with over 16 million children now affected.
To us, it's just how we live. You don't get to make choices in how you live.
1 in 12 Americans are now jobless, and many children are growing up with little hope of long-term employment.
The president says he's trying to make jobs, but I don't think there's a job out there for me yet.
We're going to start with numbers 1 through 20.
Food banks and homeless shelters are facing unprecedented demand, as even middle-income families sometimes lose their homes with just a few days' notice.
If the TV can fit in your school bag, you can take it. If it didn't fit, you couldn't take it.
We asked 3 children what life in modern America really looks like, through their eyes.
I don't think we're a rich family, but like I think we're kind of a poor family. Oh yay! That one was good. That one was good.
Sorry, sis.
Stop pulling.
I'm sorry.
How do you think you have customers?
Customers. You can't pull it, Mom, when I'm doing this.
Kaylee's mum, Barbara, used to work in a factory, but lost that job 9 months ago. After struggling to find another, she's decided to retrain as a hairdresser.
I don't want you to freaking cut me.
I'm not gonna cut you.
You better not,
I've been in school long enough, I won't cut you.
or you're dead. I mean it.
Kaylee's never met her father, and though her grandma lives nearby and helps out when she can, the family are struggling to get by on just $320 a week unemployment benefit, plus food stamps.
I'm hungry.
I knew you were gonna say that as soon as you're gonna have to wait now, sis.
I'm just starving. We don't get the 3 meals a day, like breakfast, lunch. Like I'm so like sad and all droopy, and then I'll feel like mornings I'll be like so starving, but then I'll like be like, I need some food. And then I'll not be hungry anymore.
There's good. Sometimes when we have cereal, we don't have milk, we have to eat it dry. Sometimes we don't have cereal and we have milk. It's often like switch and swap. Sometimes like when I switch the channel and there's a cooking show on, I get a little more hungry and I want to vanish into the screen and start eating the food.
Iowa is one of the breadbaskets of the world, but this is no land of plenty for Kaylee. Needing every cent, she and her friend often walk along the railway track, despite the danger, to look for old cans.
My best friend is Jordan, and we grew up together. We like to go canning to make money.
A lot of people throw their cans away.
Yeah. You know the garbage is recyclable. Cans! We canning, I just walk around, look for cans, and I walk like around the whole town. The non-squished ones are 5 cents.
And the squished are 2 cents.
Yeah.
Over 60,000 bankruptcies were declared in Iowa last year alone. Over Kaylee's lifetime, the economy in her town has seen a sharp decline.
In 2004 is when this shut down. And now look at it, it's crappy. It used to be so special. Didn't that used to be a movie theater?
What?
That.
No.
What did it used to be?
It was the old bank.
Huh. I bet there's old money in there.
I'm not going in there. The floor fell in.
That would be awesome if there was like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Tyler! Those are ours! Megan! Drop them! Kaylee! Drop them! Kaylee!
When we can't afford to pay our bills, like our house bills and stuff, I'm afraid like we'll get homeless. Me and my brother will starve. You never know what'll happen in your life. So, yeah.
Homelessness Kaylee fears is already a reality for over 1.5 million children across the U.S.
My name is Jasmine, and I am 9 years old, and I live with my brothers Joshua, Jalen, and Johnny.
My name is Johnny Davis. I am 13 years old, finna be 14 in 3 months.
Johnny and Jasmine have been living in a Salvation Army shelter for homeless families in Davenport, Iowa for the last 3 months.
My dad had got a business and he was making about a good $5,000 a month. We had good and fancy things then. We had a 3-bedroom house. Our living room had a 32-inch flat screen TV in there. My mom's and dad's room had a 42-inch flat screen TV in their room, and that's what TV you watch the Super Bowl on.
When the recession hit, the family's home improvement business folded, and they soon struggled to pay the rent. They clung onto their house for as long as possible, but that meant that when the time finally came, the kids had just a few days to pack up everything and leave.
Anything that can fit in a bag or a suitcase, you can take it. Whatever, dude, like this TV, the yellow one in the living room, that only made it because it could fit in my bag. If it couldn't fit in my bag, that would have been left behind too.
I won't say I hide the fact that I'm homeless, but it's not something, once again, that you just want to come out and broadcast and say, well, hey, you know, I'm homeless. That's the same as somebody with, let's say, HIV or AIDS. They don't come out and tell you, hey, you know, I'm sick. You know, because you will be treated differently. And it's the same as somebody that's homeless. Hey, that's enough. No.
Didn't I say stop? Didn't I?
All right. It's time for shower and bed.
I'm embarrassed because I'm poor and because I live in a shelter.
You don't want a lot of people to find out that you live here. People will make fun of it, and you know it can really hunt you after a while. You start to have no friends. People tease you about it and stuff like that.
It makes me feel like I just wish I never lived here.
And we ask you, Father, today for good homes and good futures for everybody staying here. Good income so that they can have security in their home.
It's a kid at the school who looks dressed worse than me, but he has his own house though. He got a house to call home. He don't have to go sit down with thousands of people to eat dinner. He can run to his refrigerator and open it up, and I can't do that. I have to wait till a certain time, and I have to eat, because if I don't eat, I will starve all night until the next morning.
How can accepting insurance be financially sustainable for me? Does accepting insurance...
P.F. Chang's invites you to celebrate the holidays with fried chicken and bubbles.
Get your plate, okay?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Stand right here, and as soon as she goes, Johnny, you go after Jasmine. I gotta run
That's one of the things I feel like I desperately miss, is just being able to cook for my own family, to buy food and put it inside, put our groceries up, and just the stuff that you used to be like, oh, grocery shopping. And I took it for granted. And now I miss it. I miss it. I'm just laying out right there. Chill, Jack. It's to open up the boxes.
Open it with your hands?
No, it's teeth. I take hard. Jasmine, no.
Okay, we have 2 teams. Split up and hit your objectives. I'm setting up a healthy atmosphere for competitiveness. Here's that.
Some of the chores are sweeping, mopping, doing dishes, putting
Darcy, Breshkovsky's car is part of a shipment headed out into the Pacific any day now. These guys are professional thieves with money at stake, so don't expect a walk in Mirror Park.
You get a write-up for staying out too long at nighttime. You get a write-up for having problems with the front ladies at the front desk. And if you have more than 8 or something, you get put out.
What type of animal is the North America roadrunner? D, a bird. Correct.
She knew that off the top.
Yeah.
With over 200 families waiting for a place in this shelter alone, Jasmine's family know that if they are kicked out, there's nowhere else to go.
Delivery is here.
Don't. It's for delivery. See, take those out.
Looks like you're almost at the cargo ship. Get on board, climb the stack, and access the container with the car in it. Then bring the car to my people and we'll get it out of the country. The car is a late 50s Lamborghini Casco. Breshkovsky says it's a classic. I call it leverage. Yours, I think it's a pain in the ass.
The family's electricity is going to be cut off unless their gran can pay the bill.
Top of the stack. Climb up there and get in the car.
We go to Salvation Army and get 60-cent shirts. $2 flat. Storage.
Here. It's blue tag, half 45 cents.
We can't get nothing at the bar. Like I've been when I was about 7. When my mom had money, lots of money. 25 cents.
Hey, what are you doing here? What's happening?
I know, so
Get me something.
You're gonna have to wait till Grandma comes home anyway.
Give me something to eat.
Okay.
What you have in the house?
The car's in the container. Shoot the lock to open it up.
My mom is having a hard time on economy. She has very little in her bank. And she can't pay all of her bills at the same time.
The bills here at the house is just too much for me.
You got it. Once you're sure they're not following, bring it in. Okay, now bring the car to my driver. Should be obvious, but we need this car in good shape to give to Breshkovsky. It's meant to be priceless. And our man's imminent place on the FIB most wanted list is going to make him ineligible to make insurance claims. You understand? Look after it. Okay, looks like they're sending people after the Casco. You need to drop these guys before you bring the car back. Drop as in ice them, or drop as in lose them. I don't mind.
Things haven't been this bad.
Hope you're looking after his car. There's only so much damage we can blame on the export crew. Bloodstains, bullet holes, burn marks, they'll go under general wear and tear. Anything freaky's gonna be a problem.
My income is $14.80. And the total of my bills is $13.26. And that does not leave me money for food or gas.
Don't worry about how many miles it'll have on the clock.
We have to be
Plot a course to my driver and follow it quick. Maybe one day you'll file a few patents, head up some research projects, bring that knowledge into the boardroom, and be able to afford a car like this yourself. Until that day comes, don't think about driving around like you own it, okay? Pronto, people.
I wanna move. I like living here because my friends are nice to me. Like, I want to just stay put here.
Renting bills means it costs over $1,000 a month to stay in the family home. But a single room in a motel could cost less than $700 a month all in.
You almost there? My driver's been mainlining junk energy drinks and downloading software classics for a 40-hour drive to Central America. And she'd really appreciate it if you hurried up and sent her on her way.
And keep going to school. And I seen a doctor last week for depression. And she put me on some antidepressants and Xanax for my panic attacks. I mean, I don't even know if I can find a job when I get out of school. Or if it'll ever get any better.
Hey! Out. I'm taking over.
Grace, come here.
We'll have to find daycare for Kaylee. I mean, she's 10.
She's on the road. But now you gotta wait until the other teams deliver the schedule. Let's just hope they do it. Because it's back to the start. Do not pass go if they don't.
One will be hanging from the ceiling fan and the other one will be God knows where. I'm scared.
Maybe if you people drove on the left.
The house isn't the only thing under threat. One of the family's dogs may also have to go.
We won't get to keep our dog now. And it's extra money, and we're gonna get rid of her. And I wanna spend much time as with her. But then again, I wanna spend time with my friends. It's like my destiny to become like a famous dancer or a famous cheerleader. I feel like it's my destiny.
The search for a new life with a job and a home brings 400,000 people a year to San Francisco's Bay Area. But rents here are the highest in America, and work can be hard to find.
The station team have the schedule.
11-year-old Sarah, her sister and her mum moved here in 2009. But when the economy collapsed, her mum lost her job, and the family now have to survive on just $600 a month unemployment. They're living in a one-room, rent-subsidized apartment.
It's kind of hard because you don't have your own room. You just have your little area. And then, like, this is my mom's area. Over there is my area. And over there is my sister's area.
It's incredibly slow.
It's very slow. I do not like small spaces. Don't be mean to my computer.
I'm not being mean to your computer. It just runs really fast.
My mom's got a fold-out bed. My sister's got a blow-up bed that she's too lazy to blow up. And I've got floor pillows. They're actually quite comfortable. It's messy, but look at how much stuff we have. And then look at how small of a room this is. You wouldn't be able to keep it very contained either. we've got 3 people living in a really small room with 1 small bathroom and 1 small kitchen. It's not that easy. And plus we've got a lot of stuff and a lot of books. So it's really, really hard.
You do not win.
Windows fog up and be and you think you dry it all. A couple days later, there's more mildew on it. So it's like, oh my god, because these walls are bumpy, so it's hard to clean it all. Growing up, I guess it was just the family I was put into. For some reason, maybe it was because we're strong. I don't know.
Sarah used to live in a homeless shelter, so even 1 small room is a step up. But what the family really wants is to get long-term subsidized housing. Here runs out.
Well, we're trying to get into this bigger place called Thomas Paine, and they said anytime between the early February and late February, and it's April. And we haven't gotten in yet. I know one thing. If we don't get Thomas Paine, we go back to a place called the shelter. I don't want to go back. That's how I feel. I do not want to go back. I've already been there once. Once is enough for me. I think we all don't.
It's gonna be okay. Hi.
Mom, when are you coming home?
They're relying on her. They really need me here. We're relying on you. Please donate.
Peter Piper Pizza makes trusting your gut even easier. With way bigger for only $1, make any large pizza into an extra large for only $1 more. Trust your gut, and your wallet will thank you. At Peter Piper Pizza, the fun is baked in.
If we go back there, we'd be sharing a big room with a dozen or so more people. That's the shelter right there. There are 4 floors. We lived on the 2nd floor. I don't want to go back because I can cook for myself here and I can go to the bathroom on my own here. I don't have to have my mom, my sister take me to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
But this apartment is only temporary, and they will have to move soon.
I think it's kind of scary that really we don't have much of a choice if we lose this place. This is not the great American dream.
In Iowa, the moment Kaylee has been dreading has arrived.
Bitch. No, she's like my favorite dog. And now we have to take her to the pound. We have to get rid of Nala, but not Tanner. Nala's so adorable. Like if you had her, she would sleep on your bed and she would sleep on you. She's like your little guard dog. We're getting rid of my perfect little lovey dog. Yes, Nala, I hear you're stressing out.
toys or games?
She needs lots and lots of bones.
Okay.
Yeah,
She'll chew one in like an hour. She hates baths.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't like baths.
No, this is my animal lover.
Yeah. She'll have to go into our isolation room since she hasn't gotten any vaccinations yet. So she'll be in an isolated area right now. All right, sweetie.
Just the leash.
And the collar.
Why the collar?
Cut. Mom. Mom. Meanie.
This will be the family's home from now on, unless Mum can get them all a place in a homeless shelter.
I thought we were getting a double bed.
And there's no mini fridge.
That was with the double bed.
No. Dang it. And there's no microwave. Okay, we have to ask him about that.
God. I thought we were getting a double bed.
Well, we're gonna have to ask him about the mini fridge.
This is small.
It's gonna be small. Plain and simple, it's gonna be small.
This is as big as my room.
Yeah?
One of the many downsides of
Plain and simple, it's gonna be small.
This is as big as my room.
Yeah? Plain and simple, it's gonna be small.
This is as big as my room.
Yeah?
One of the many downsides of life in a shelter is that sickness spreads between families all too easily.
Everybody's been having the runs, stomach aches, whole 9 yards. We was going out to take her to school this morning and she just threw up all in the hallway.
Although Jasmine's dad state Medicaid.
A lot of places don't take Iowa Medicaid because they know it's from public aid, it's public assistance, low income, no income. So a lot of places won't take you. And then a lot of them say they don't take new patients. So then what do? Go to the emergency room. Then you end up with another bill.
The latest problem is that Johnny has caught a highly contagious skin infection, so the family's rooms have to be completely disinfected.
And it was getting even worse, so he said we couldn't go to the hospital. That's when Josh got sick, so we really had to go to the hospital. So now he has to be quarantined off from the rest of the family.
So now you gotta sleep on the fire escape. No, but you just make sure don't touch anybody.
I'm watching you.
When he was first infected, there was no choice but to go to the emergency room of the local hospital.
Don't touch it. The discharge lady came in asking questions about the Medicaid or whatever, and She was like, oh, I guess I'll have to look it up. But if I can't find it, we'll have to bill you. Yeah. So there's another bill coming. It's life, though. What can you do? Roll with the punches, right? Because he's stuck. He's stuck. He just got stuck.
It's not big at all. So small.
Mice only coming in here. Because they coming from under there or under there. All the Reese's Pieces and all of that stuff you be having all over.
It's not me.
Exactly. Why he always coming from in this corner? They always coming.
Because Jalen got all that crap on these legs.
Every single time I saw saying crap. Mom. Both of them I saw one from this corner.
This building is kind of old. Mice been in here for a long time before we've been here. Of course they're gonna get in here. My dad just said any mouse that comes in here, we're taking them out. Like, they're not gonna stay for long. They ain't gonna know not to come in this room.
Can somebody tell me where?
Sorry.
Look at this. Tell me that why the mice ain't coming in here.
Jalen.
We had them, cheese. Jalen. You see this? That's why the mice keep coming in here. Don't bring nothing else in here, you hear me? When you be in trouble, that's gonna be on you.
Stop laughing.
As a mother, you always got different thoughts going through your head and mind and wishing that you could change things and wishing things was different. But what are you to do? You can't keep beating yourself up about it, but at the same time, it's just hard. Having a family is hard. Maintaining a family is hard. Keeping us indoors is hard.
Guess what I got on my grades? What?
Oh. That's good.
Run for the Willis team.
Looks of it. That saved you from 70 lashes, didn't it? So did you do
Science.
I got 2 A's, 2 B's, and 2 C's.
good? Oh, wow.
That's what's up, Johnny.
I have to get you a skateboard.
Grades is my only way out of here. If my grades not good, I know I can't go to universities like my dream is to go. I know if my grades not good, I can't play football like I want to. If I don't succeed doing what I have to do in school and making good grades, I will fail. I'm gonna live this life of shelters, going through hard times, can't feed my kids, trying to figure out where I'm gonna lay my head every night.
Homeless kids are 8 times more likely than other children to be put back a year at school. Kaylee and her family have been living in the motel for 4 weeks. It's the summer holidays at the moment, but if their mum can't find a permanent home soon, Kaylee and Tyler will have to face the next term in school as homeless children.
Living in a motel is like it's cool, but then not so cool. I'm always cleaning. Tyler barely ever helps. He cleaned once, twice, 3 times. I've cleaned kind of a lot.
Mine, then you come hold this.
No, let it go. It's not fitting. Look.
Well then freaking stop using your foot and be a man.
It's not fitting.
Don't smack me.
It's not fitting.
Yes, it is. Be right back. Cold stuff that needs to be freezed is in the sink. We don't have a fridge. Just the sink is our fridge. We have to get ice mostly every day because it melts during night. It's all crunched up and there's not much space. See?
He digs up the hallway to go to the bathroom. We had much more space in the house. There's no friends, no one to play with. I miss Jordan. I pass the time by watching TV or talking to Alex, helping him do the laundry, and then putting stickers on the cards.
What are you doing today?
Oh, good. Oh, it's hot here.
There is new people came in room number 124, like you, and they have kids about your age.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you check them out.
126?
124.
This motel is one of the few in the area that allows homeless families to stay long term. Most insist they book in one night at a time, so they can be forced to leave at a day's notice.
How many families live here?
Here it depends. Sometimes people come for weekly stays. Sometimes for you guys, like, right?
Nah, I've met probably.
So in summer there is more, in winter there is more people for the extended stays who are homeless, and in the winter the shelters them are all filled up, so people can't sleep outside.
When I struggle for money, there's nothing to eat. All there is cans of vegetables. So I've been eating vegetables. There's really not enough food.
As a customer, you've got a lot of choices. You can purchase your furniture anywhere. But having been in business more than 50 years, my philosophy is, if it's not quality, I won't sell it. If it's not quality, you shouldn't buy it.
What advice do you think is most relevant for clinicians that are...
Cool, I'll get set up.
Kaylee has also joined the 37 million Americans who now depend on food banks. 1 in 5 children across America now receive
Mr.
food
Kress
aid.
said you might be able to help me out with something.
15 items, right?
Well, not me, so that's clear. It's not me you're going to be helping. And I want to understood that I am not involved. It's a bystander doing a favor. It's not an offer of employment so much as an opportunity. And, well, anyway, that's just getting a bit technical, but the point is, sometimes our fair and legal justice system makes mistakes. And this is one such time. Here he is, Professor Maxim Rashkovsky. You know the
keep saying that,
professor?
and we don't have a fridge
Used to be head of research for the Army. 3 doctorates.
That's why I didn't get it.
Overconfident polymath, vain sociopath, tedious egomaniac, control freak, geneticist, weapons development, engineer, car nut, but definitely not a
really
people
don't want to
person.
be poor, because then you can't
Accused of espionage along with everything else?
Then how can you pay rent?
You don't remember?
How can you
Well,
get food?
Lucky you.
How can you get a roof
Exceedingly
over your
vain and
head?
self-absorbed man, brilliant at
If
everything he
you're
does, yada yada yada, makes you want to puke. He's a goddamn traitor. I mean, he's a rat, but he pays. Incarcerated for a crime he did commit, but, well, let's just say money talks, and he's going to walk.
The same
So,
itty-bitty
we got a few
apartment
things to
we
get
were
ready,
in
all pretty
before,
straightforward.
and
Do them
we
one at a
haven't
time,
gotten
but
Thomas
any way you
Paine.
like. Standard off for a gov-back breakup. You know what I mean? Rad. All right, first thing's a plane. Then we got a bus. Then, well, 2 things. We got the inmate
Thomas
transfer
Paine is
schedule and
long-term
Rashkovsky's
subsidized
car.
housing
More on that
the
later.
family could stay
Let me
in
show
for
you.
good.
We need a plane
But
to get
they're
the
running out of
professor
time
out
for a
of the
place to come
country.
up.
It's currently
So they're
being
back
used
at
to
the
traffic
shelter
drugs
to
by
sign up on a waiting
transnational
list
street
here as
gang,
well.
the Vagos.
No kid should ever have to go through
Standard
2
Bolingbrook
homeless shelters
transport
just to get
vehicle. The least
into a
traffic is on the roof from Lido
apartment
Bay.
or a house.
All right, that's where you're going to be able to get a hold
This
of
form
one.
that I'm going to
You
have
get
you
a hard
sign is just
copy
the family
of
shelter
the inmate
intake
transit
policy.
schedule
The
at the
intake policy
LSPD's
says you need
Mission
to
Row
limit your
station.
belongings
Go
to
in
1 bag per
unarmed,
person.
play it cool. You might not have a problem.
I know,
That's
it
a
might be hard.
2-person job.
If you have a lot of
Max.
stuff.
The other 2 handers are guys Prize
be like a
Casco.
bag of
We believe
clothes
it's about to be shipped to
and
Korea
then
by a
a
luxury
computer?
car theft ring.
Because a computer doesn't
Okay.
really count
Mr.
as a
Kress said you
bag,
guys are at
it's
least
a-
semi-competent,
it's an
so,
electronic.
well,
Is that
Professor
going to be a problem?
Rashkovsky pays well.
You seem nervous. Sad.
Yeah.
Well, you can look into putting some of your stuff in storage while you're in the shelter, and then when you get out, you can have your stuff back.
As they probably told you on the phone, it is unfortunately about a 6-month wait to get into shelter right now, which is really long. It's one of the longest waits that we've ever had, and unfortunately we don't have more shelter space to accommodate at the moment. But during that time on the waiting list, the most important thing is to be calling and checking in once a week in order to stay on the list. Right. So that's definitely the most important thing. So how is everything else going at the apartment right now?
Things are really okay. I'm just looking for food banks right now because food's really expensive right now.
We have enough rice to feed us tonight and tomorrow. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can definitely get you a bag of food before you leave here. So we have a choice of canned food right now. We have beans and franks, ramen, tuna, and Spam. So you can take your pick.
Spam. You said the magic word. She loves Spam.
Okay, Spam.
Yeah.
I'll get you some Spam then.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Spam, 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 spam.
Yes, I know you love Spam.
Okay, so here is a bag of food. There's some canned food, some pepperoni cheese.
Mac and cheese!
Thank you some cereal, and then there's 2 bus tokens, and those are good for 1 fare and transfer each on the bus.
Great, thank you so much.
The people who cut budgets are the ones that are making it hard for my mom to get by in today's world.
Sarah lives in a part of San Francisco known as the Tenderloin. It's a neighborhood synonymous with drugs, violence, and homelessness.
The reason I don't go out on the street very much is because
it's time to catch the bus. You can have that. It's on the road from the prison to Paleto, and I'm here if you need me.
There are people on drugs out there, and I don't think an 11-year-old or anyone older or younger should be around this stuff, especially the drug dealers, because it makes your brain squish.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it'd be easier to take an old school bus, paint it, bar the windows, and make it smell like blood, vowels, and your brother's high school tube sock. Sure, we could do that, but it costs money, and this is costing us it's costing Rishkovsky enough already. So you're hitting the transport, and you're not second-guessing us again.
The people down on the street. So they have these little binoculars, and I look at the window, and it's funny because one person actually looked up and saw me looking out. I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. My sister has taught me if a man throws the first punch and misses, you throw the second punch and not miss. And I know where to hit a man where it hurts. I do. From my mom and my sister.
Prison bus is set to move. They're holding a grade X inmate classed national security risk. The bad news is that means there's an armed security detail. The good news is the authorities will think we're trying to break him out, and they'll be distracted from what's really going on. You read me?
Kayla's family has been able to find a house to rent, and today they're leaving the motel. But moving house is one of the most stressful things a family can do. Even more so when it's the second time in just a couple of months.
I'm looking forward to moving away from here because I really do not want to live here because I don't have space.
Can you just wait? I'll do it.
Okay, looks like things are heating up. You'll need to lose the police attention before they come anywhere near us again.
Oh my God! I'm not believe we're doing it. Freaking
Locals are watching the roads. Take the bus onto the dirt. You'll have more chance of losing them.
Haley, you're picking. I want that sink cleaned out. Haley, sink underneath of it. I want all that stuff cleaned off the sink. Whoa, you're standing in my way. You see me over there cleaning it. Trash. Get tickets to the
She hears us this stuff. She needs to work harder. Sorry, I do not want to get yelled at when we're moving. She does this all the time. The only step moment is now when we're moving, when she says she's going to do it halfway. What part of you shut up do you not get? It's a kid. Ooh. I want to scream. I'm gonna explode.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your store on a single integrated platform.
The family can barely afford the rent for the new house. In fact, they are depending on their gran to pay the first month and hoping the charity will help them after that. There's no money left over for furniture.
Hey, dear, let's go look at our new house. Come on. This is the kitchen. Hey, come on, let's go upstairs. There's Mom's room. How can you do this up on these stairs? Come on, dear. And here's my room. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm going to put a rug over there. Come on, dear. At my new home, I kind of like it and I kind of don't. I mostly sleep on the floor. It will be more comfortable at the bed. Winter. There's really nothing to do. Just fold my clothes, mess them all up, fold them, mess them all up, fold them, or clean. But there's not much to clean but the kitchen. So some kids have large houses. They can have whatever they want. But I think my mom, she's gonna make a wrong turn or something. So that's what all started this.
The good news for Johnny's family is that they have finally moved to a self-contained apartment in the Salvation Army shelter. They can now knock their own front door. But this also means they no longer qualify for free meals in the shelter canteen.
We are in our new apartment, transitional housing. My mom says it's harder because she has to spend a lot of money to feed us and to spend a lot of money to get the house together and like buy stuff.
You get too big. You always want something extra. You don't want nothing extra. Yes, you do. You want a phone. I got shoes. I'm not wearing no Earth Walkers outside. No, sir. Jordans and Nikes. Child, Nikes and Jordans are expensive. I know. Just for a name. That makes no sense. You need a job. Nike's not expensive. Look, I've been buying Josh shoes after shoes after shoes. I can't afford it. Now what? Walmart? You gotta take Walmart. What else can I do? At least his feet not dragging the ground.
Looks like you're clear. Everyone thinks it's a breakout gone wrong. Looking in the wrong place. Bring the transport to the junkyard outside Sandy Shores. One of my people look after it till we go in.
Is that a great deal? When I can go to Walmart and buy the shoes I'm wearing I got from Walmart for $5. I'm talking about name brand stuff. That's a good deal. My sandals are nice, right? If you listen to it, $5. You want some of those, right?
No one hiding in the back with a cell phone, a carton of cigarettes, a pint of Pruno in possession. Amazing what they can fit up there, and the lifers especially. You know those games you play where someone gets out a rocket launcher, people go, where's he keeping that? It's so...
Please stop growing.
Nice.
We have more money in the shelter park than we have here because now everything is all on our own now. Down there, we took everything for granted. You get free food every day. You got a free place to live. Oh, here's one of Tom's old business cards.
Oh yeah, I remember TNC.
Yeah. TNC, Tom and Class.
Yeah.
It was me and him all the time.
Until the recession, the family had their own business. The plan now is for Tom to do odd jobs in his spare time to raise some extra cash.
I know we lost a lot with the business, and me and Tom every day putting our heads together, trying to think about what else can we do to get ourselves out of this. See what we can come up with so we wouldn't be in a hole all the time or just barely trying to find food. I mean, I would think at least everybody in America can have some food and housing. The poorest man, a place to sleep and food. And it's not that way. It's a little rough. A lot rough. All I want is to play football, but football is expensive. I can name a few of the items I need and want for my sports, but I just gotta wait on do it till the next time Mama can afford it. I'm 14. My life is almost over until I'm a grown man. And if I don't have the opportunity to show somebody to play football, football won't exist in 4 years from now. If I don't get to play on the team this year, that dream is going to slowly start fading away. That's what happened to some of the dreams of kids. They pertain to something and they can't afford it, or when I can't do it.
Today, the San Francisco Mime Troupe is performing political satire.
My mother, she's desperately poor.
The good news is, we got Thomas Paine. And, they're just doing maintenance, you know. Next week, we're going to sign the lease. I've counted how many stairs there are. There's 50. When I saw this house for the first time, I was speechless. I couldn't talk. So large bathroom. Mine and my sister's. I love it. This is my room. I like it because it's got my bells on the door. This house is ours. No roommates, probably no eviction notices. I won't forget this experience because it's a life changer, you know? No kid should have to go through this. Yet everyday kids do. And it's just crazy. Oh, do a tea party. Ooh, tea. It's not a fun experience. It's annoying that people say, oh, it doesn't matter. It's just a little problem. It's over now. Get over it. And no, it's not over. It changes you. I may be still the same old obnoxious Sarah, but deep down, I'm a whole new person. Well, I'm a whole different person.
We're back in this hotel again because we got kicked out of the duplex. The rent, and so then we went to Motel 6, and then we went to this Twin Bridges hotel, and then we went to here. Oh God, we went to so many places. Even talking about this making me dizzy.
Come on. It's overfilled, Kaylee. Look, it's not going in.
Oh no, move. I can make it work.
trailer so the family can have a more stable home. But in the meantime, Kayla's education is suffering.
Why can't I go to school?
I would get you in school, but we gotta wait till we get the trailer, which is only like a few days away. So there's no sense in putting you in school over here if you're gonna be switching to Iowa over there.
Okay. We've been moving around a lot between Iowa and Moline, and my mom can't sign us up for school. I wouldn't want to go to school and then going to a different school like 1 or 2 weeks later. If you go to school and then like 1 or 2 weeks, you're gonna have to move, but then you have to move from all your new friends, all your teachers when you have such a good time. And so my mom says that we're gonna get in school when we move into the trailer that we are getting.
For the trailer, it is very livable. It has floors. We're gonna be redoing.
Am I gonna have to crawl in with the snakes to get the pipes unfrozen?
No. It's all that.
The best thing to do is put hay bales around it.
We're gonna get some of those and do that. Oh, but we're gonna be moving the trailer probably in a couple of summers. But that'll be 2 years away, so because we have to have a 2-year lease.
If we stay there 2 years.
I really want to be in school because if you don't get a good education, then you don't get much money. You don't get a good job. You end up sleeping at your mom's. You end up being behind a lot of rent, and then you get kicked out. You end up being homeless, and then with no food. Attack. If I keep missing school, then I see my future poor on the streets in a box, not even, and asking for money everywhere, everybody, and then stealing stuff from stores, and yeah, I don't want to steal stuff. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I want to get an education. Good job.
Poverty affects every aspect of a child's life. Their education, health, and future prospects all suffer. Since 2007, the number of homeless children across the US has increased by almost 500,000. Unless the world's wealthiest nation can build more effective safety nets for its most vulnerable young citizens, millions more could follow.
People who come in a homeless shelter, it can just be somebody who was living good at one time and had it all, to a bill that didn't get paid, off a utility bill, off a payment, a foreclosure, anything. Anything can easily tear them straight down to the floor and ain't the ground zero.
Life is a lot of a maze. There is always dead ends. And you gotta turn around, pick yourself up, and turn around and go the other way. But in the end, you always get out of a maze. The way I live, it's a lesson. I believe that I'm gonna get a perfect job that I like and that I want to do. People can't stop you from believing in your own dreams.
is at the centre of an unprecedented housing crisis.
I keep moving and moving. I don't know when it's going to have to stop.
With social housing stocks at an all-time low, private landlords have been filling the gap. But more and more low-income tenants are being evicted to make way for those who can afford the capital's spiralling rents.
I just feel like they're forcing me away from the borough because we don't matter.
As a result, over 80,000 children are now living in temporary housing, 3/4 of them in London. And no one knows how many more are sleeping on floors and sofas.
It's quite scary because you're like, oh no, am I actually going to ever get a house?
Without a home to call their own, children's education, their physical and mental health, and their future chances in life will suffer. We follow two families over a year as they face the fear and uncertainty of eviction and homelessness.
My friend's been living in one of these for a year now, and I'm just hoping we get out soon, really soon. I feel I'm dreams of getting a house, but just not hope.
That's got a lid, hasn't it?
Not to bring those documents anywhere near the apartment until you are sure the police are on the phone. Copy. The other team just cleaned up the Pop-Pop's house. Bring the deposition back in.
Ellie, I am 10.
Oh, let go, Olivia.
And I live with my mum, my brother, and my 2 little sisters.
Erin, no, put it back. We're going to do that one in again in a minute. Thanks for trying to help me, though.
We're trying to pack because our landlords are kicking us, keeps on coming back.
No, Teddy's over there, Bubba.
For the last 2 years, Ellie, her brother and twin sisters have lived with their mum Erica in a private rented flat in Peckham, South London.
We'll just get some packing out of the way first, all right?
But now the family have been given 2 months' notice of eviction.
See what happens, okay? Yeah?
Their landlord can do this because there's no legal obligation to give any reason for evicting tenants on short-term contracts.
Private renting is very unpredictable. It's nice to get what you want, and you know exactly the amount of rooms you need, the space you need, but anything can happen. They can come and take it back up at any time.
The family had been living in an upper-storey flat in a council block, but when she became a single parent with 4 kids and no lift, Erica felt that moving into a private ground-floor maisonette would give her children a better quality of life.
How was you?
I was in a relationship for 10 years with their dad, but no one knows what's going to happen, and I didn't know he was going to leave me, so basically I've been left in the lurch. You know, as far as I was concerned, we were secure, and then he's gone, so now I've been left to deal with it and fend for my 4 kids on my own.
Don't break them boxes, Olivia.
My sisters, they don't understand what's happening. All they've been doing is playing while everybody else packs.
It's not easy.
Basically, everything I've packed, they've pulled out.
No! Swear I don't need this, yeah? Can you help me put it all back in the bag? No, Olivia. Let's go. You've got 3 to let go. Let's go downstairs and Daddy will find that now. Aaron! Don't need that. Has a bar in the kitchen, please. Put it in the garden.
It must be hard trying to move with all the kids.
It is, especially since as you've seen, they've unpacked a lot of what I've packed up. It's not easy at all. And you don't want to tell them off constantly either, but you do get a little bit stressed and you do get a little bit, Ellie, she's the one who's worrying about it the most. I think the other 3 are just taking it in their stride. But, yeah, because they're younger, but Ellie's, she's very older mind, you know, like she's got an older head on her shoulders, basically.
I feel quite upset about what's happening because I'm leaving all my friends in my school, and I just don't want to go through the whole process again. It's hard work reaching a level I was at school.
Is school important?
Very important to me. My school is very important to me. I just want to learn everything. it's memorable because it's our last Tuesday in this house. Yeah, I did have a leaving present for you. Oh, yeah. So when you come to my house, I'll give it to you. Yeah. And this time I'm late. Who's it? Me. Oh.
When I got the eviction notice, I knew it was coming, but it was like a heart sunk, you know? It was like, okay, this is actually happening now. I just waited to get the actual bailiff's eviction letter so I could take it down to the housing. So that's the only time I become priority really to them, is when you get the last eviction to say, when that's it, you can't stay in the house no more. There's no more process. It's the end of the process basically.
Put that in my box. It doesn't have to be neat. Basically, me and Rebecca, we're kind of like sisters. Our friendship is very strong, very together. Over the 6 weeks holiday, nearly every single day we've been with each other. And that's for 6 weeks. I can't believe that. I'm so glad you're my best friend because nobody else has treated me like this before. I'm just speechless that I'm going. I felt like, why the heck are they doing this? Because they haven't done nothing wrong. Let's go in a box! Stand up, let's go in a box!
Okay. Giving commands to people. Ellie's granddad is helping the family move and will store their belongings in his garage until they have a new home.
Take this for now.
My greatest fear is losing Ellie and her family because she's my best friend. She makes me laugh. I'm speechless. She was a very good friend. The future's probably gonna change without Ellie.
What's going to happen now is we're going to be going down to Lewisham where the housing is, and basically we've got to wait and see what they're saying, what they're going to do for us. Basically just me, the kids and our clothing really.
Did you get